ranked team in the land, the Cincinnati Bearcats. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. They're just about ready to kick it away. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. On first down, here comes this offense. Snap it to the back. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On third and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Throw him to the spot, and that's exactly what he did to pick up the first down.
And that's so many hours of doing this together. You know exactly when he's going to break on that out route. You know what kind of speed he has because you've thrown it so many times. Nice rhythm and timing, and you could tell that was experience between receiver and quarterback.
Brings up second down.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Gets it out quickly. And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a first down. And the Bearcats are in the hurry up. Going up top on first down. They're trying to get to him. He's going to take off. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And the Bearcats come to the line with a new set of downs.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
He makes the connection.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him over.
Wide receiver shows motion. Looking for room. It's Coates. Giving him his pads. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
First and goal, Bearcats.
They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bearcats!
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Takes it inside his own 20. Chance for great field position here. And the returner will be brought down. Line gets set. First down. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Firing to the right, complete. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he
makes the grab inside the 30. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
On second down, they'll take to the air. Finds the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form time.
And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Hard work pays off, guys. These offenses work so hard week in, week out, working on those critical down distances, third downs, and having that conversion this early in the game, that's got to feel good for this offense.
Knocked off his feet, but not before he picks up 6 yards down to the 10. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here.
I think you run that play so you stay out of third and long. Third and long is not where an offense ever wants to drive. Third and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good third down.
Well, on third and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. The ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on fourth down.
They just need a few more inches here on fourth down, and they'll try to get it with the offense. They'll go with a direct snap. Will not get there. A fourth down.
The play.
And how about the defense coming up big on fourth and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. On first and goal, they have a chance to answer with a score of their own. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Got it! They will score! Touchdown, Blue Raiders!
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And he tacks on the extra point. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Here's the give off the left side. Crosses the 30, he's got away. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
They opened up this drive, getting all the way out to the 35, and now it's first down again. Motion from the offense. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. With the run on first and goal. Forges ahead for one to the 8-yard line. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Quarterback checking the play. On second down, just keeps firing. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Easy. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
And that's a gut punch, especially if you're the offensive coordinator, because that was sort of a foreign look, the pre-snap motion, a timing play, trying to get the receiver the football quickly. You're expecting to outflank the defense, but give the defense a ton of credit. They made the bigger play, and now they've set you up in a fourth down.
It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in a terrific top 15 matchup. Arkansas is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Hogs have gotten up on the canvas before, and they are capable of it again today. They're trailing by 10 to Texas. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Basic connection. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup. He went for it. He attacked it. Got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously, so he's outside the tackle boxes and knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
This time he's got his man to the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. Curl route seems simple, but when you time it like that so it's right on him, man, that's a tough play to stop.
And give the receiver a lot of credit, too, because he knew where the sticks were. He got his depth on the route, and then he came back to the football. All young receivers can learn from this.
And he breaks into the open. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. That big play has this defense reeling, and now they'll snap it 1st and 10 from the 14. They're getting this guy lathered up. Pushes ahead for a pickup of 1 down to the 13. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. They'll go to the ground. They get him down, but not before he picks up 6 to the 7-yard line.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting where he was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
It's complete. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
So nice when you're an offense and you get in these third and shorts and you know the defense has to be aggressive, has to commit guys.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Middle Tennessee. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they're up 14 to 10. An 84-yard drive there. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Trying to find his man on first down. And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
On second down, he'll fire. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
When it gets in long yardage situations, defensively you're thinking pass, pass, pass. How about the quarterback doing a great job? He wants to push it down the field, but he does a great job scrambling, chewing up chunks of yards, and now making this situation a lot more manageable.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Pulls it in. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
Well, it didn't take long for this guy to leave his impact in the game, guys. With that catch, this guy's already over 100 yards in the game, and we're not even done the first half.
Out of the gun, the inside give. Got enough space, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Bearcats!
Man, these ball carriers, they've got a lot of ability in the open field. Their ability to make people miss, but also show off the speed. You saw all of that on that play.
And he puts through the extra point. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Middle Tennessee offense will go back to work. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
That just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. He wants to throw. Dumps it to the back. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now, and you expect them to make those plays for you, to make those big explosive plays out of the backfield. Just got to make sure he concentrates and see that ball come in.
Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on third down from the 43. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. And here comes the punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything.
All kinds of running room. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
Many ways can I get it to my guys who can fly, who are playmakers, and let them make big plays. This is another one you've seen. Catch the football, flip it ahead really quickly, get it to a burner, going full speed across the formation.
Going downfield for the big play. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Across the 35. Hit the afterburners, kid. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Cincinnati! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the capper coming on that 48-yard touchdown dart. Boy, he was cutting that one close, wasn't he? Almost kicked it out of bounds, but it went into the end zone. It's a touchback. Let's see what the Blue Raider offense can get going. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity to create some momentum, cut it to a one-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
Starting this drive like that is exactly what they'd hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. He's going to pass. That's caught. It's Godet. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
And that pass intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. The 20. Touchdown, Bearcats. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. He almost kicked that thing out of bounds, but no penalty into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Middle Tennessee offense will go back to work. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Cole. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
He's got his man. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. He'll take the deep shot. And he intercepts it.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to go up top on first down. He lofts one down the sideline. Catch inside the 25. Touchdown Bearcats. And once he got loose, it was all over.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Cincinnati, 38. Middle Tennessee, 14.
Just about set to kick it away.
Set to advance on the football.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Gets it out fast. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Got his man quickly. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
One of the most difficult things about this slot receiver is his shiftiness, his athleticism. He's very, very difficult to tackle after the catch.
On second down, he'll let it fly. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
I tell you what, I don't know if I'm going to try him much more. Goodness gracious, you can tell he's ready for what he's seeing. 2nd interception. I would not throw near that guy anymore. You might want to try the other side of the field.
Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. A quick strike touchdown up top. The last time they had it, Jesse, they'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just fine.
Can anyone catch him? Give him 105 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. The Bearcats want to move quickly. They'll ride the hot hand. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking to pass on second down. And the completion to the sideline, a solid pickup, but not enough for the first down.
The wide receivers have to understand what part of the field they're on. I got to make sure I have enough space when I run those out routes that when I break, I can catch the football and try to get upfield, get a few more yards. He runs out of space, but he got the catch and got some positive yards.
Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. The Bearcats are flying down the field. Touchdown, Cincinnati! And the pummeling has started. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Wake Forest is getting blitzed right now at home in front of that loyal fan base. Loyal, but my goodness, that's being tested today. They're trailing by 28 to Oregon State. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The give to the back. On the move at the 30. Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain. And this setter downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Got his man on the right. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. And now on second down for this offense. From the gun, running back on the move. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so third down becomes an easier down. It's not third and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the tape.
He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
And a really nice run and pickup there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going. They're really sort of getting in the groove and flow of this game. They're just getting tremendous push at the point of attack. It seems like every single time they decide to run the ball.
Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. Using his legs, it's Grove. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Now it's 2nd and goal. Trying to slam in. Touchdown, MTSU. And they take it in for 6 more points. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And the extra point was good. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. If If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Bang it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play.
I think you run that play on second down knowing it's going to make third down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know third down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
You know, as an offense, you're playing this defense, and they're in a 3-4 alignment, and you're worried about the pass rush coming off the edge. How about big fella in the middle? Completely collapsed the pocket on that play.
The Bearcats will call on their punt team. First one of the day is on its way. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on once. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Let's see what the Blue Raider offense can get going. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. He's got his man. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
The run from the shotgun. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line after he picked up 4.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it in. Unleashes one deep. Throw to the end zone, picked off. He looked as if he thought he had it all the way, and this junior makes a play.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Takes the handoff. It's Coates. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third.
Second down. That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Cincinnati 45, Middle Tennessee.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Wide out in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. Tripped up for the tackle.
Well, in that down and distance, you're probably expecting him to throw it way down the field to get the first. Instead, they go push pass, and they did catch the defense off guard. And even though that was a big explosive play, David, they still didn't have enough yards to get it.
Well, and catch me off guard is relative. That's what you would say, the offensive player. I would say, listen, we're playing a little bit deeper because we're not going to give up the first down. We react to the short stuff, and obviously that's a quick, easy pass from the offense. Rally up, make the play, live to fight another down.
And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the first down.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
He lofted high and deep down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Pocket starts to collapse, and the freshman will chalk up a sack.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Grabs it inside the 10. Touchdown, Bearcats. And the beatdown has ensued. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Arkansas is just getting blown off the field right now, and it may continue to get worse before it gets better. If it gets better. What a shocker today in Fayetteville.
Wants to throw on first down. Zings it complete to the right. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
With the catch, it's Smith. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. He wants to throw. Release to the back. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion? They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. He's going to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Middle Tennessee. Reeled it in and just made the house call. He'll try to tack on one more. Right down the boulevard. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they get it into the end zone on a 36-yard touchdown pass.
Middle Tennessee, 28.
The returner will field it and try to get some field position. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. They'll start this drive with a pass. He lobs one high down the left side. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
And you got to wonder if this offense is trying to run the score up, because they are blowing this team out. Here we are in the 4th quarter, and they're still taking shots. They're going to play until this clock reads all zeros.
And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
And you want to dominate the football game like these guys have all day. Dominate the line of scrimmage. You know, turn and hand the ball off to your running back. It's a good recipe. It makes every quarterback better. It makes every OC better. Just turn, hand the football off, especially when you're winning the ball game.
Fast motion from the offense. With jet sweep pass. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside. And David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Looking to throw for it. Quickly complete. Still on his feet at the 45. Got a lot of running room. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they find pay dirt from way out, covering 69 yards on the touchdown pass. They're lining up to boot it away. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Trying to start the drive with a pass. He looks that one in nicely. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Getting some heat. And that ball's free behind the line. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. Third and short from the 45. They'll try to get the first through the air. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people are
trying to get behind the defense. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6. In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there are some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
No doubt. Offense is about finding your rhythm, finding your groove, what you do well. And you can tell, at least now, starting to get a little something going that maybe you can build on.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and to keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wide receiver coming across in motion. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
Yeah, you got to be impressed with this offense, man. Fourth quarter, they've been money. Great job putting drives together. Nice play there as well, but this offense has saved their best for the last part of this football game when they needed it the most.
They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Looking to move it through the air. They get to him as he throws. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And this defense continuing to struggle with the passing game. Listen, these offenses are so sophisticated nowadays. They're hard to stop, man. And it's a new one every single week. And I say this game, this defense underperformed. They're better than what they've shown. They've gotten torched today. And this is a tape that they're going to want to burn and never watch again.
A completion, but not quite enough for the first down. Third down coming for this offense. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster.
How about that? You don't see those, touch passes go for negative yards very often. Usually this is a short flip that counts as a completion that goes a long way, but the defense aggressive. Saw it, pulled the trigger, came outside, made sure he didn't get outside and get to that edge. Nice job by the defense.
And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Middle Tennessee offense will go back to work. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. On second down, looking to throw. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Raiders.
Middle Tennessee, number 1. All today in the end zone.
Why not double the try total and go for 2? He gets in there for the two-point conversion, and now we have a two-possession game. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the scoring play coming on a 56-yard touchdown pass. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
They'll throw it on first down. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle. And it's caught inside the 20. Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left.
He came into this year with big expectations. Everybody expecting him to stat it up. And now with that last completion, he's already over 2,000 yards passing for the season.
Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. They'll throw it on first down. And the ball's out, and they're after it. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. Looking for a productive play on first down. He wants to throw. He's going up top here late in the game. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left. It's great for this quarterback to take shots down the field, but you just don't want it to feel like a give-up or a chuck-it-up and hope kind of play.
I think understanding the situation, now I'm on defense, right? If they're going to take shots down the field, maybe I'm a little bit more aggressive with my blitz.
He'll off one deep down the left side. And the pass falls to the ground, and the ball game is over. Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about